Pi Network just announced they're building a DEX, a decentralized exchange, and you know what? This changes everything for every pioneer who's been mining for years wondering when they'll actually use their Pi. While most of you are losing hope and the internet buzz has died down, Pi is quietly preparing to launch the one thing that could prove all the doubters wrong, a native marketplace where you can finally trade, swap, and use your Pi for real. I'm going to show you exactly what this means, how it works, and why this could either save Pi or expose it completely. Before we dive in, follow my Telegram and Facebook pages. Links are in the description. That's where I drop exclusive updates before anyone else. Here's what's coming. I'm breaking down exactly how Pi's DEX will let you trade your mined Pi, showing you real scenarios of swapping Pi for other tokens or services, explaining why a DEX is better than regular exchanges for Pi's mission, and at the end, I'm giving you my brutally honest opinion on whether I think this will actually work or flop. Stick around because the insights I'm sharing could help you make smarter decisions about your Pi holdings. You know what? Let me break down what a DEX actually is in simple terms because crypto people love to overcomplicate things. A DEX, decentralized exchange, is basically a marketplace where you can trade your Pi directly with other people without any company controlling your money. No banks, no CEOs who can freeze your account, no shady exchanges that might disappear overnight like we saw with FTX. Just you, your Pi, and transparent code that executes trades automatically. This is huge, because it means you finally keep full control of what you earned through years of daily mining. Now, you know what makes Pi's DEX different? Scale. We're talking about tens of millions of pioneers worldwide who've been mining Pi, waiting for the day they could actually use it. Most crypto projects launch a token first, create hype, then scramble to find users. Pi did the opposite. They built the community first, and now they're unleashing the infrastructure. That takes real guts. Here's the thing about regular exchanges versus DEX. You know what? Traditional exchanges like Binance or Coinbase, they hold your crypto for you like a bank. Sounds convenient, right? But if that exchange gets hacked or goes bankrupt, your crypto is gone. You don't actually own it, they do. With a DEX, you hold the keys to your Pi always. You connect your wallet, make your trade, disconnect. Nobody can touch your Pi except you. That's real ownership. Let me paint a realistic picture. You know what? Imagine you're someone who's been mining Pi for 2 years. The DEX launches. You open the Pi app, see the marketplace, and with one tap you're connected. Someone built a cool Pi gaming app with their own token. You want to support them, so you swap some Pi for their token directly. No jumping through hoops. No moving your Pi to sketchy external exchanges. It all happens right there in the ecosystem you already trust. Or picture a digital artist selling NFTs on Pi's marketplace. You know what she can do now? Sell her art for Pi, immediately swap some for a stablecoin to pay rent, or reinvest in other creators. The entire creative economy flows through the DEX with low fees and instant settlement. No gallery taking 50%, no PayPal charging ridiculous fees. Just direct creator-to-collector transactions. This is what crypto was supposed to be about. Here's an everyday scenario. You know what? Your local coffee shop joins Pi and issues loyalty tokens. You're new and want a free coffee. Simple. Open the Pi DEX, swap a bit of Pi for the coffee shop's token. Boom, you're in the rewards program. The DEX connects thousands of these microeconomies, making everything work together seamlessly. Imagine that scaled across your city. That's transformative. Now, you know what the skeptics are thinking, and honestly, I hear them. Building a DEX sounds great, but execution is where projects crash and burn. Fair point. DEX are incredibly complex. Security must be bulletproof because one vulnerability could drain millions. That's why Pi building on Stellar Consensus Protocol is smart. Unlike Ethereum, which can be expensive and slow, Stellar is lightweight and processes transactions in seconds with minimal fees. For a mobile-first DEX working on phones worldwide, even in areas with spotty internet, this makes sense. Most DEX use AMMs, automated market makers. You know what these are? Instead of matching orders, AMMs use liquidity pools. Users contribute token pairs to these pools, and smart contracts automatically calculate prices based on supply and demand. When you trade, you're trading against the pool. In return, liquidity providers earn trading fees. If Pi does this right, pioneers could earn passive income just by providing liquidity. But here's the critical part, nobody's talking about enough. You know what could make or break everything? Education. Most Pi community members aren't crypto veterans, they're teachers, drivers, students, regular people who downloaded an app and started tapping. Concepts like liquidity pools and self-custody are foreign to them. Pi absolutely must nail the user experience and education. Simple tutorials, clear risk warnings, intuitive design your grandmother could use. If they make it too complicated, the DEX becomes another confusing crypto tool that scares people away instead of empowering them. The bigger picture is genuinely exciting. You know what Pi is really attempting? To onboard the next 100 million people into DeFi. Crypto's been around 15 years, but it's still dominated by tech-savvy early adopters. My mom still doesn't get Bitcoin. Pi's approach, building community first on mobile, then gradually introducing DeFi tools, could crack the mass adoption code everyone talks about but nobody's achieved. You shouldn't need expensive hardware or understand technical jargon. Just a smartphone and willingness to learn. This DEX launch represents Pi's transition from experiment to functional economy. You know what? For years, critics dismissed Pi as vaporware that would never deliver real utility. I'll admit, I had doubts too. The DEX is Pi's answer to critics, basically saying, here's the infrastructure, here's how you can trade and create real value. This is where theory meets practice, where millions of pioneers discover whether their years of mining resulted in something valuable or just another worthless token. So, you know what? This DEX isn't just another announcement, it's the moment of truth. For millions of pioneers who've dealt with skepticism from everyone, this represents the first real opportunity to put their Pi to work. Let me be completely honest about what I really think. Will Pi deliver a smooth, secure, user-friendly DEX? I genuinely don't know yet, and anyone claiming certainty is lying. Here's what I believe. Pi has surprised me by actually delivering when critics said they wouldn't. They built a massive community against all odds and launched mainnet when few believed they could. That kind of patience is rare in crypto. Still, my biggest concern is execution. Building a secure, simple DEX is tough, and one mistake could ruin everything. If it's not easy enough for everyday users, most will stay on the sidelines. Bottom line, I'm cautiously optimistic. Pi has earned some trust by delivering before, but this is their biggest test yet. If they focus on usability, security, and education, this could push crypto adoption forward. But if they rush or complicate it, years of trust could disappear fast. My advice? Stay informed, be patient, but be smart. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Don't let hype cloud judgment. Watch how the DEX actually performs at launch. Make decisions based on facts, not emotions. If you found this valuable, smash that like button, drop a comment telling me what you really think about Pi's DEX and whether you trust them to pull this off, and subscribe for my next deep dive where I'll test the DEX myself when it launches. Follow my Telegram and Facebook for daily unfiltered updates, links in the description. The next few months will determine everything. Stay smart out there.